No cats in the kitchen. I do love you. Every time I do a vlog style video, I tell you that I'm going to start filming like on a regular schedule, and I plan to get more videos out like 2 to 3 times a week, and then something happens in my life and I can barely even get any videos out. And I'm telling you, the whole entire month of December I was pretty much non-existent, and so I just want to do a quick vlog. I always say quick and they're never quick, but I wanted to do a vlog to really catch up with you guys and let you in on some updates that are happening for me. And so yeah, I don't know, sit back, let's chat. I really do love doing the vlog videos, and I know there's only a handful of you guys that really are interested in keeping up with me this way. Most of you just want the recipes, you don't want to hear all my talking, but there are some of you who really do enjoy this little chit chat, and I have to tell you that I really do love it too. I don't know, I like vlog style videos, and there's several YouTubers that I even follow who do vlog videos, and I don't know, I just find it kind of relaxing. I pop it on in the background if I'm cooking in the kitchen or just doing whatever. I kind of have it on in the background, and something a little bit calming about just hearing people talk, right? So I don't know, I know the ones of you who do like my vlogs, you probably feel the same way about it, so sit back and let's chat and let's catch up. So yeah, the whole month of December pretty much was a blur for me, but it was a really good blur. I moved again, yes. For those of you who know my record of moving, I have literally moved almost every year for the past 6 years, and so I moved yet again, but this time it was a really good move, and I'm really not like that the other ones weren't really good moves. I mean, I always think I'm making a good decision at the time that I'm making the decision, but when I moved back here to Jersey from Florida last December, where I sort of landed up, I knew it was just temporary when I got that place, so I knew I'd probably only be there for the year. It really wasn't conducive to my video business here with filming the videos and the sharing recipes with you guys, but at that time when I moved back here last year, I wasn't even really sure if I was going to continue doing it, so that sort of wasn't like a big priority for me to have a place to live that was perfect for filming. So anyway, I moved again, and this is a really exciting move for me because I moved in with my boyfriend, and I'm so excited about it, and it has been such an awesome month. It's been like a crazy chaotic month of just like trying to move all my stuff from my apartment to here, right in the middle of the Christmas holiday when it's snowing, and just, you know, trying to get people to help to do that, but it really went off really well. I got here mid-month, and so just the packing up of my entire life, and then you guys know what it's like to move if you've ever moved. Nobody loves doing it, but it all went well, and I'm finally here and I'm settled in, and we had a really great December and a really awesome Christmas, and so yeah, things are just really good on the home front. I know I'm gushing about it, but I'm happy, and he's really awesome, and he's just so sweet and kind and generous and just funny, and he helps me with all of my stuff, and he loves like my baking channel. He loves eating cake just as much as I do, and I think that when I knew that I was like, I'm like, all right, I'm in love with this guy. When I knew that for sure was one night we were just kind of hanging out, and it was probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and he got up and he said, I'm gonna bake a cake. I was like, oh my God, I love you. Like, who does that besides me? Just gets up off the couch at 1 or 2 in the morning and says, I'm gonna bake a cake and eat a cake. So he's really supportive of my baking channel and the blog and, you know, the YouTube and all of that, and he's real interested in what I'm doing. He just wants to see me do really well. So it's just really nice to have that kind of support. So anyway, I'm really happy about it, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. My book is out. I have it right here. My book is finally here. I have the actual physical book in my hand, and I absolutely love it. If you guys didn't check this out on Amazon yet, it's only available available for pre-order right now, but it is going to go on sale on January 23rd. So if you want to go ahead and click the link below, check it out. I'm going to do a whole separate video on the just sort of like the reveal of my cookbook to show you guys some of the things that are inside, talk a little bit about that. So I'm not going to take up time here on this vlog to do it, but just know that this is something else exciting that's been going on. So in the midst of the move, getting the cookbook done, sort of like promoting the marketing aspect of this and trying to just like flood social media so everybody knows about my book for sale, moving, doing the book, still trying to keep up on my videos and keep my channel going, and then just really dealing with this back thing that I've been dealing with since the summer. So that's what I was saying. My last vlog that I did with you guys was sort of an update of what's been going on for my health, and at that point I still didn't know what the heck was going on for me because I didn't have insurance until actually, when did I get insurance? I think I got insurance like the first week of November finally. This happened for me back in August, so it was August, September, October, and so 3 months of just like trying to figure out what is going on. So many of you guys were awesome and emailing me with suggestions, and you know, we're all self-diagnosing, right, with WebMD and trying to figure out what's going on whenever something goes wrong. And so I was doing a lot of that, just like really trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with me, because when the pain started, it just felt like I had pulled a hamstring muscle, and then it just got worse and it got worse, but there was never any real pain in my actual spine. It was always just in my leg and in my hip and in my butt, and I was limping, and there was like a couple of weeks there where I could not even walk. I could not even get off the bed or the couch and stand up for longer than 5 minutes. Mr. Winkle making his debut. Hello, baby. Winkle butt. All we see is your butt. So it turns out I have a severely herniated disc in the L5S1 to the point that it is bulging out so much that it's hitting on the sciatic nerve. My entire left leg is still numb, and I'm still limping around. Like, it's getting better, but I am still limping. My calf muscle and my hamstring and my left buttocks all have atrophied. Like, there is no muscles firing at all, because however this nerve is getting pinched, like, there's no feeling. I have no feeling. I cannot control my calf muscle or just like all the muscles in my left leg. It's just been really horrible. So that's what I've been dealing with, but that's the verdict for any of you guys who were interested to know, like, whatever happened. That's what happened. I'm getting old. Like, that's what happens, I guess. So I'm having a really hard time dealing with this aging thing. I really do feel like this last 4, 5, maybe 6 months has just hit me really hard. Like, I'm 44, and it all just hit me all at once. Like, I just feel like just everything about it. And I think a big part of it for me, as a lot of you guys probably know, I'm a very active person. I was going to the gym every single day. In the summer, I'm running outside like at least 2 times a week. And so that was a huge part of my life, and that's what really keeps me feeling good. And I mean, if I'm going to eat cake and cookies every day as I'm testing and sharing recipes with you guys, I have to do that. And so this has been really like, I don't know, like a, just like the hammer dropped, you know, like this happened. I was down for close to the last 4 months of not doing any physical activity. Like, I mean, just walking from the living room to the kitchen. I was like, man, I'm exhausted. Trying to film videos everything now just takes me so much longer. So I don't know, I'm just like dealing with this new old age thing, and it's really hard. And all of my friends who are like in their 50s or close to 50, they're like, just, you know what, this is a preliminary run. You ain't seen nothing yet till you hit 50. So if this is what it's going to be like, I mean, I guess this is a practice run for me. But you know what are you going to do? That's part of life. We all get old. So I'm just really trying to deal with like this new kind of limited lifestyle that I have. I just started going to the gym again this week. And I call it my geriatrics workout because it's like so minimal compared to what I'm used to doing. I'm just doing like really light elliptical work just to kind of keep me moving. It's the best thing. Doesn't bother my back. And I'm doing super light weights. Like I'm doing literally like 3 and 5 pound dumbbells and just trying to just, I don't know, just trying to do something. So it's been really hard to deal with this new, I don't know, I call it my geriatrics lifestyle now. So anyway, it's whatever, it's part of life, right? So I'm dealing with it, but anyway, there's that. There was so much stuff I wanted to catch up with you guys about that I actually had to write it down so I wouldn't forget what it is I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah, so, you know, that's that. That's sort of like all the backstory of what's been happening, but I wanted to update you guys on what's going to be happening, and I'm so excited about it. I don't know about you. There's always that cliche, new year, new you, and your resolutions, and what are you going to do different, and what are you going to change, and I don't know. Maybe it is cliche, but there is something to be said about the start of a new year, the start of something new. You kind of reflect on the year and how it's went, and take a step back and sort of like, I don't know, for me anyway, to make a plan for how I want the new year to go. And every New Year's Eve, I do what's called my New Year's intentions, and I write down on a piece of paper, no matter what it is, I dream big. It's how I want to see everything go for the new year, from, I don't know, as little as I got to lose this 20 pounds that I just put on, to dreaming so big that I want my blog to explode and be like the best vegan baking blog on the internet, and just like all the things in between, like all these little things that, or big things that I want to see happen for the new year. And so I write them all down on a piece of paper, and then I fold it up, put it in an envelope, and I don't look at it again until next New Year's Eve. And I do this every year. And so as I was reflecting and opening up my intentions from last year, I couldn't believe how many things actually are going exactly the way that I wanted them to be. I mean, of course, like life is life, and it's going to kind of kick you down once in a while, and unexpected things happen, and you can't control those things. But for the most part, so much of the things that I wished for or intended to happen for my life have been happening. I mean, like the one really huge thing, like I was talking about my awesome boyfriend, like I wrote down specific things of what I wanted him to be like. And when I met him, he was like all of those things that I'd wished for and more, like more things that I didn't even imagine. And so anyway, I don't know if you guys think that's like superstition or if it's just like a bunch of hokey pokey or whatever, but I do it every year, and it's almost like having a vision board, right? It's like you envision and you put it out there, and your intentions, and you're just like kind of creating in your mind, first of all, because everything that becomes reality first is created as a thought, right? So you sort of just like put it out there, put it on paper, think about these things that you want for your life to happen, and then, you know, you put it away, and you may not really think about them every day or even ever again, but you've already put it out there. And so anyway, that's what I did. I wrote my intentions for the new year, and I don't know, I'm excited. So I'm talking about that to say that I'm starting a class and finally getting back to the teaching that I love so much, and what has probably drawn a lot of you to my channel in the first place is that just I love the science of baking, and I love teaching you guys baking, and I love sharing the recipes, but you know, more than anything, I love to see you become a better baker and understand why things are doing what they're doing in recipes. And so now that I have made the transition to vegan here on my channel, I had to do that all over again for myself because, you know, vegan baking is a little bit different. For the most part, you can straight up substitute most things, but on the other hand, there are some tricky things that have to happen when we're not using the traditional eggs, especially. You know, milk and butter and cream cheese, those are pretty easy substitutions, but some of the techniques are different, some of the ingredients are different, and so this was a huge learning curve for me when I took on this vegan baking thing. And so I have spent the last over a year and a half, or close to 2 years actually, with testing vegan recipes to make sure that what I'm putting out for you guys is only the best recipes. And so with that idea, I know that vegan baking can be daunting, and I want to demystify that for you. So I'm creating an online course that I'm launching hopefully by the spring. Like, I really don't want it to take longer than like by April. So I'm going to start working on that like right away, and it's going to be vegan baking, and the whole focus is going to be on egg replacers. So I'm going to talk more about that as I get closer and into it, and you know, let you guys know how it's progressing and where you can sign up and if you're interested in it and just all of that stuff. So, you know, with with that, if you are interested in keeping up on what's the latest stuff that's going on with me, make sure that you click the link below, go to my blog at gretchensveganbakery.com. You can sign up for the email list, and then, you know, like weekly or as I announce whatever is going on, you'll be sure to get the emails first, so you always know what's going on with me. So that's something really cool that's happening. What else? Let me see. I have so many things, I had to write them all down. Oh yeah, well, you know, I want to, also, that was on my intention too. I want to write more books. I really think this cookbook is going to do well. I am so proud of it. I think it's awesome. It's like 300 pages with 125 all new recipes. There's just so much information in it. I had a lot of fun with this, and I don't know, I just really hope that you guys are going to want to check it out and get a copy of it. So I want to write more books. Like, this whole process was like unbelievable, actually. I had such a fast turnaround with the publishing company that I was working with to get this all done. There was a lot of really hard and fast deadlines to get this book done, and it was I keep choking. It was way shorter amount of time that I would have liked to write a cookbook. So this was really a lot of hard work, and I put like so much blood, sweat, and no tears though. It was all happy stuff. And I mean, blood maybe, because that was right when my back started hurting. It was excruciating writing this book. I could not even sit down at the computer. I was in so much pain. At one point, I was laid out in bed with my laptop on me trying to write this cookbook from bed because I couldn't even sit at the computer for more than 2 minutes without being in excruciating pain. So definitely blood, sweat, and I guess tears did go into writing this book. But it was worth it, and I hope you guys are going to want to check it out. I'm super excited about it. And I promise that I'm going to be uploading more regularly. Hoping to get 2 videos a week done, but I'll also be filming for my vegan baking course at the same time, so that's going to be like a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and you won't see any of the results of that until the spring. So I'm sort of working on a lot of projects right now, but anyway, it's all great stuff, and I'm doing it all for you. So I hope you guys love it, and I hope you're loving this whole vegan thing. If there's anybody that you know that has egg allergies, dairy allergies, just wants to change their diet to a plant-based diet and they don't know where to start, definitely tell them to check me out, because if you didn't even already know, I also started a new series here on my YouTube channel called How to Cook Vegan for Beginners. And I'm sharing with you all of the food recipes. Look, I'm not a professional food chef. I don't claim to be that, but I do eat food, and I do eat really tasty food. And so if you're transitioning to a vegan, plant-based diet, you probably don't even know where to start, what to eat, what the heck am I supposed to eat? I was in that same place, so I started a new series called How to Cook Vegan for Beginners, and I'm just sharing with you guys all of my very basic, easy but delicious recipes that I used and still use as I transitioned my own self to a plant-based diet. So there's a lot going on here at Gretchen's Bakery. I'm super thrilled to be sharing it all with you guys, and yeah. Happy New Year. Great stuff to come. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Man, I can talk a lot.